Aloha, everybody. Welcome back to the Moana podcast. Tonight, we are having a special group episode with our wonderful guests from season 1. It is a celebration for the end of 2020, a chance for us to reconnect and hear from all of the amazing guests who are going to be with us tonight. For those of you who are joining us, drop us a hello in the chat. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And if you have questions as we are chatting tonight, please feel free to drop them in the comments and we will do our best to get to them throughout the show. Tonight, I am joined by a special guest, my co-host, Michael Watson. He is one of my friends and co-collaborators on some of the things that I'm currently working on. And for those of you who are not familiar with his show yet, Chat and Draw, he basically does exactly what it says. Like, he has folks come on his show, a lot of talented creators, and he draws their characters while talking about the project, about the character themselves, talk about people, like, just like how I do on the Moana podcast. But Mike keeps it interesting because he also has a sketch, and it's just amazing because he gets to share with us his artistic skills, as well as helping us to get to know other creators as well. So welcome, Mike. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, and thank you for making me blush. It's really hard to do with this dark but you make me feel good. I appreciate you, sis.
You're welcome. I mean, I just got to give credit where credit is due because we got a lot of talented folks in the community, and I'm happy to have a whole bunch of them with us tonight. The waiting room, the green room is full back there. And let me just tell you, we were having like some pregame, some great conversations about Assassin's origins, video games, Egypt, like lots of things that inspire us here.
Like, if that was just a preview of this talk for the show, like, gee.
Yes. So let's bring these other folks on. Let's see. We have Alika Na'ihe from Hawaii. We have Miss Crown Shepherd, the queen there of the children's book kingdom.
Hello.
We got Alan Carter from LA, originally from Hawaii.
How's it going, everybody?
We have Sis Dorfis, who is off camera right now, but she will be back shortly. We have the king of Tuskegee Airs and Sadika, Greg Burnham.
Greetings.
Greetings, Earthlings. And we have Lawrence King from Constant Hustle Comics. What's up, brother?
What it is.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. How's everybody doing tonight?
Not bad.
All right.
Awesome. So I know this is a new format that we're trying with the group panel. Folks, if you are joining, please feel free to drop your questions. As we were talking about before in the pregame, we were talking a little bit about Egypt and cultural influences into video games and comics and, basically mainstream media, which is an amazing conversation. But let's see. Let's start off with, okay, let's do this. What is the top, your top comic or your top movie for 2020? Like, and I'll let whoever wants to do that first.
Does the movie have to be comic book related, or is it just whatever movie?
Any movie.
Top movie for 2020.
Yeah.
I got one. Justice League Apocalypse. I think that was one of the top. Because I'm a big DC animated fan. And that was one of the best animated movies that they came out with this year.
Okay. Justice League Apocalypse. I need to catch up on DC. I know that.
Yes, you do.
Oh, if you're going to watch any DC animated movie, she has that right. Dorfus definitely got that right. That one was off the chain.
That was, yep.
Yeah, they weren't afraid to go there, like from beginning to end, almost. Yeah.
Yeah, that was epic.
Writing that down.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something that was better than Justice League Apocalypse. I watched that recently after watching Wonder Woman. For some reasons, I was like, I need, you
need balance.
Start already. You're already doing it. We've been in like a minute and a half. You already getting
There can't help me be petty, huh?
I just needed a DC reset, man. So, yeah, I watched. Yeah, I'm trying to think of. I watch a lot of movies, so, but I don't know. I liked Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and then just recently, also Sylvie's Love. I think it was called. Yeah, that was good too.
Right.
Yeah,
I definitely want to see Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I haven't watched that yet.
Yeah, it took a little, it took something. I was like, all right, I think I'm ready. Sit down and watch it, because I understand how important to watch these things early, just for the ratings, so I can do my little drop in the bucket. But I had to kind of man up to watch it.
Yeah, it's that's the unfortunate other side of watching movies like that, because it's going to hit you incorrectly, so you got to get yourself ready to even put yourself in that mindset to watch. I got you. Trust me, I understand. I had to go with Dorfus. I had to go with Dorfus on Justice League Apocalypse. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Please forgive me.
It's all good. I would have to go with Jingle Jango or Jango. Yeah, Jingle Jango.
Oh yeah.
That I watched like on repeat for about a good 3 days. Because like there was so much to take in about that movie, like from like the style of clothing that they chose, to hairstyles, to like just the different characters, and just like the little nuances that they put in that were very, like Black. And it just, like, to me, it spoke to like getting a story from somebody with that background and how it is supposed to be represented. It was represented, and just like how that representation means so much, and just seeing like the look on my nieces and nephews' faces when I watched it with them. Like, one of my nephews was like, I've never seen a Black Christmas movie. So it's true. Like, I can't name one off the top of my head. I'm not a big Christmas person, but I can't name one Black Christmas movie that they have access to, or they watch, that is common. So like, to see that was like, that was my top movie of the year. That and Canva, both Netflix movies. Like, Canva is like 3 minutes, I think, but it's just a beautiful story to me. If you haven't checked it out on Netflix, definitely check it out for like the ratings and everything, like he said, because it's a little Black short film, and it's dope.
Canva.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Canva or Canvas?
All of these
on Netflix.
It's Canva.
Canvas. It's Canvas.
Okay, I have to check that out. What do they call Jingle Jango? What is it? Afro. There's a name for it with the clothing and everything like that. There's a particular type of genre. I can't think of it right now.
I would say just amazing. It's the amazing genre. Because I did some research about it. Like, once I was in it, I had to immerse myself into everything about the book. Like, the book, I read about the author and everything. Right. And like, so the creative director of that movie actually found styles. She did hairstyles and clothing styles that like Black people wore I think it was set in the 1920s. So like, they did their research, and they really, I don't know, they just brought it home for me. That was my joint.
They blended, I think, like Victorian, styles with.
It's Afro-Victorian. That's the name of it. Okay.
And so it was a thing where, like, if you weren't all the way paying attention, it was, it was still like pleasing. But if you were paying attention, you was like, this is, some brilliant work. I have like some friends that, work in the costume side and of Hollywood, and they were just like geeking out over the costumes. It's that kind of stuff where, they hopefully they should be nominated at least for like wardrobe.
Oh, definitely.
And they could win it because they killed it.
I'm more geeked out that they had my man Forrest Whitaker in there singing.
Yeah,
I did not see coming.
And
I did not see.
Yeah, when he broke out dancing, I was like, "That's it. Take my money."
Yo, you did.
What's up, TJ?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy to be here. Am I coming through? I was having some technical difficulties on my end.
It's all good. We were talking
about
about what's your top movie or comic for 2020?
Oh man, shoot, it's a hard question. I mean, I don't know. Like I'm kind of soul with Jamie Foxx. I was really into that. I really enjoyed that straight up.
I was so taken by that movie, and like a lot of people don't like it and bringing all this criticism to it. And like I was just like the scene where he talks to his mom. I was like, man, I had that conversation with my mom like when I was 18. Like that was it.
Yeah,
like, that was it was like a breaking moment where I did something I wasn't supposed to do, but I thought I was grown, and like I finally had to have a conversation with my mom, and like that's when me and my mom became friends. Like that's when me and my mom's relationship like went to a next level, and like that just struck a chord with me, that conversation that they had. And like I just thought everybody would be on that for the barbershop scene, how black everyone looked. Like I thought the cast,
very well done.
The Insecure cast, they talk about how you have to light people of color differently. That's why their people of color look so good on their show. I was like, they got the dang crew from Insecure lighting this movie because all the black people was popping in here. Like they all like the colors were bright, they were strong, and like everyone had a personality. Like I did not once not think I was looking at black people, like individualized black people that someone took the time to create. I'm sorry.
They did their homework. No, they did their homework. You're right.
I mean, it was a good movie. Like, it definitely touched chords with me. But I'm in the boat with the people that are basically saying like, why couldn't it have been just a full movie of him in just blackness? Like, why did we have to go to this ghost plane, and then why did half the movie have to be a white woman basically in a black man's body? Like, why couldn't it have been we gone through that journey with just keeping it a story about the main character and keeping him at like, I don't know. I liked it for certain things. I love the fact that there was a black woman behind the CGI of it. Like that is like fucking dope to me. Ooh, I cuss, sorry. That's dope to me. Like that was seriously dope to me. But
I just found that out like this morning. I didn't even know that till like this morning.
Yeah, I found it out yesterday. Like that was, I was like, what? Black girl
Right.
For real.
Like you said, it was like the detail that they did. Like the black people look black, the hair, the barbershop scene, like getting the hair right. The fact, like that the singer chick had an afro, like the whole movie, like she had a perfectly sculpted afro. Those things were dope, but it's like, why couldn't I have had a full, however long the movie was, of like all of that the entire time? Like, why did I have to have some middle-aged white woman in a black man's body? And then you put him in a cat? A cat? Like a cat? Come on.
Leave the cat alone.
That
was my movie. It should have been a pit bull, but that's just me.
I hear the arguments for it, and I see that perspective, but like I thought I was jumping off the assumption of the trailer, like, oh man, here we go, we're changing another person of color into something else. But like literally, he was only a ghost for like half an hour, and we did get to see plenty of him interacting with modern black culture as it was. So for me, I didn't mind that because I didn't even come across like that. I know Tina Fey, I love her, I think she's hilarious, but I didn't think of Tina Fey as a white woman in a black man. I thought of her as a spirit. And that's, I didn't know what race that spirit was because the spirit didn't have any form. Now that's just me speaking. And I can have total bias because I connected with that damn mama scene. So I'm not ashamed of it.
But you know what? Like it can be both, right? Like I watched the movie. There were parts that made me feel a little icky. But then at the same time, I can acknowledge as a writer, as a storyteller, like they put together a good story.
Mhm.
It's the part when you start leaning on certain tropes. Like I look at it, and I'm sure you guys do this too, right? Like when you're looking at something now, I always ask myself, like, why did you make that decision?
Mm-hmm.
You know, why did they decide to use Tina Fey? They could have used a whole bunch of actresses to do that voice. Why didn't they use a black woman? Why didn't they use a black man? Why did they put him in a cat? Like certain things that I don't think had to be done. There was still that choice, which is always going to be that way when we're not the ones leading this production of our stories, right? So I can see it both ways. I can acknowledge, that it was good. Michael, that scene, the mom scene, I thought that was amazing because I had something similar, not with my mother, but with my grandmother. So it's like I can see how it hits home for a lot of people. But again, like it's okay for us to, critique and say, hey, this is what we could have done better. This is what they could have done better. And that's the cool part about all of this. Like if you guys have seen the Wonder Woman, fist fights that's been happening online, it's the same thing.
You're not gonna let that Wonder Woman go, are you, bro? I can say it's gonna be a constant thing.
I didn't say anything personally.
You're not gonna let it go.
I mean, no, I haven't said anything negative.
It's all over your face. It's all over your face.
It was a great, awesome movie, man.
I can see it on both sides for Blue. For Soul. I just I think some people expected it to be a movie about blackness or dealing with blackness in some way, and I think Pixar just wanted to make a good movie. They weren't fixated with some of the parts that we would do if it was us.
Yeah,
the way we would tell a story, the way we wouldn't have had we would have focused more on certain parts. I mean, the mom scene didn't do a lot for me, but when he looked at his life towards the end and he was looking at the different points that really did mean something, instead of trying to look at everything, look over it meant to me that you have to take the small moments and you have to find your happiness and your worth and your spark in those. Especially now, especially me with kids, I have to sit still and watch them and look at my wife and look at my life and realize that I have a lot more than I think I do from time to time. Because I'll get pissed off because I feel I should be here, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. And that's what that scene meant to me.
That's a great segue. Let's go with that. So what would you say is the one thing that you feel most proud of or something that makes you happy about 2020? Because I know like a lot of people tend to focus on the negative, right? It's like human nature for us to like, but I wanna celebrate the positive things that have happened this year. So like, tell us what's one thing that you are proud of, something you accomplished. It could be personal, professional, whatever. Let's go with Alan.
So for me, it was actually one of the last few conventions I did before things shut down. And I did a show in Hawaii where I was born and raised. And I got to go home, see some friends, and I did my first sellout at an artist alley ever. And I've been doing shows about 10 years. And it felt just so good, not only to accomplish that, but for people to come over. I had some friends from high school to come over and bought some books and all that. And it was just a wonderful feeling because I felt like I finally arrived, even after having done so many shows. Like I got to a level that I wanted to get to. And then I could finally just say, oh, okay, I know what my worth is. I know how I want to price my books because I know the demand's there. Because before there, I didn't know anything. I enjoyed the journey, but there were just some things I needed to know. And that show just blew everything up. And it was just while it was a shame I couldn't continue that with other shows, I'm glad that that was one of the last shows I did, because that wound up making the year for me. So that was like the highlight for me for 2020.
That's awesome. Congratulations for actually getting a show in, man.
Right.
How's about Alika?
There's a whole lot, but it's all just well, just for the whole thing. I'm already kind of a hermit, so I like to just stay at home and draw pretty much all day. That's what I do. So it really wasn't that big of a change for me, all of these lockdowns and everything. So I was just chilling at home doing that most of the time. But other than that, I think personally, I just got to hit a lot of my own personal productivity goals, where I actually got to sit and settle, because most of the time before, I would get out of the house in order to do like meetings or go to the school I teach at, or just those things. But just that would kind of mess up my schedule a little bit. I wasn't able to juggle everything. So when everything slowed down, I got to really sit down and prioritize where my time goes. And so now I have a ritual in the morning that I go through, and I just this a lot more solidified. It's a more solid foundation in my day and my work schedule. And because of that, I pick up a lot more jobs, and I'm always busy, but I can manage it. So I think that's the best part of 2020. Everything's slowing down so I can focus. Yeah.
That's awesome. What's up, Pat? I see you joined us in here. The question we're on is, what is the one thing that you're proud of for 2020?
Oh, wow.
Anybody at this point?
I'm gonna second what my man just said. I can't really see his name, but I just see his face, and it looks like almost exactly like mine, which is kind of creepy. I'm just like, yo, what the hell? Oh, shit. What's up, man?
What's up, Alika,
TJ,
yeah.
nice to meet you, man. No, I mean, that's a good point. I definitely say that just personal goals. And I'm also living vicariously through John McAdams, because his toy collection is fucking insane. I don't know if y'all follow this dude, but oh my God. Yo.
Yeah.
Moana, is he in the background? Can we talk about them figurines, man?
Bruh.
Killer.
He is actually upstairs right now. So
yeah. Shout out to John, man. Shout out
to John. I saw one of them. I was thinking I was gonna be big time and maybe give me one. I looked at the price. I said, "No, you got it, John. That's all you, baby. That's all you, baby. That's all you."
Yo,
I can't get none of that right now.
I feel that. Dorfis.
Well, I would say one of my first accomplishments was actually getting into C2E2, and I got to meet some of my favorite creators. I shared a table with Greg, and I met Greg, and I realized a lot of us have something that we're similar in different ways. That I didn't know how petty they were. I saw Greg stealing books from other creators' tables. I got to meet both of you guys were doing that.
Put you out there, bro.
Wow.
Just put you out there like that.
Right? Who was I stealing from, though? Was it like Greg or Steven or?
I was a good one.
TJ,
I was like,
was it one of those guys? Because I steal their stuff all the time.
No, it was you. It was you. I got to meet Gail Simone. She's one of my favorite writers. Ashley Woods. People I didn't even know people actually knew who I was. That was a great experience, because that was one of my second biggest comic book convention. I actually became a war history teacher. I'm actually terrorizing my kids right now, my 8th graders. I'm terrorizing them with I got through finally writing my comic book series, Spirit's Destiny 3. Greg been on me. Greg Elise is my new editor, so he's been on me, making sure I don't sound cliche in my dialogues. And I've been getting a lot of writing done. Crown has actually motivated me to start writing my novel. So there's that.
Yeah.
And I actually linked with a first female Black woman editor, and she's actually going to be helping me write this pirate story and my animation script. That's my big project that I'm actually working on right now.
Nice.
These pages look fire, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Mateo's doing his thing for real.
Yes, he is.
Awesome. What about you, Pat?
Yo, well, it's been a dumpster fire, as we all have been, and it kind of made me kind of just take care of family and friends, most importantly, because I really, as we pursue these goals, you kind of put the family to the side. You don't try to, but it just kind of happens by default. Mm-hmm. So concentrate on family and friends, kind of, step to the side. But after a while, I'm like, I still love this game. I'm trying to give my voice out there and speak. And I thought, when I return, let me do something that's for my people. Being Filipino and making the inroads that we've been doing in this business for a long time. I'm like, we don't get a lot of shine. All of us as POCs, we don't get a lot of shine. But I'm like, especially my Filipino people didn't get that shine. So let me do something to that effect. And being a part of the Nerds of Color, and we have various podcasts that spotlight, all of us in our different ethnicities. I was like, what? Being the Filipino part of the squad, let me do that there, and started up a new show called Show Pal Show, which highlights our contributions to the game in various states of industry, and kind of launched that at the end of October, and it's just been amazing. It's been beautiful. The people, the community has reached out, and it's just been dope. We've had a lot of amazing guests. I have people from the Philippines, the big network there, ABS-CBN, reached out, and they want to do a feature on us and what we're doing. And it's just been beautiful to just finally do something for your people and have them receive it and love it and in kind. It's just been dope. So yeah, man, just to when you do something that's of you. And I know y'all know that because you everyone here has been putting out beautiful representations of themselves and their culture, and to now finally kind of do something more so to that degree has just been so fulfilling. And so just, big ups to y'all, and now that I'm doing that a little bit more so than traveling in the other various lanes, doing other people's material. I'm just, man, it's put a whole new perspective in 2021. It's just, I'm going to make it even bigger. And yeah, so it's just been beautiful. And yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I got to second that. Like, just even doing this podcast, and being able to connect with all of you, and then also have, other people who have been coming into the sphere and just being exposed to so many different creators, different mediums, different perspectives. Like, it's good, but it's like, my research game is like, oh my God, so many things to study now. But that's been one of my highlights personally too, is the podcast, and, just seeing it grow and all of these opportunities that continue to come to us and to the community. And I hope that, for all of us, these platforms have been helping each and every one of us to get our word out, help people see what we're doing and be a part of the movement. Yeah.
I would, for myself, I would say chat and draw. A couple different things. Chat and draw has been an amazing experience for me. I've gotten to meet so many new creators that have pushed me to draw things I don't normally draw in a short time span. And it's helped me get better speed on my artwork, because I just finished Hot Shot 10 digitally in like a month. I drew the whole thing, pencils and inks. So those are a couple things I'm really proud of, and being able to try to adjust from a convention life to a virtual life with everything that's going on. And yes, Danny J. Quick, this is Avery. I am drawing, and I am always drawing. But
yeah, Mike's over there working on a group piece for us.
I think for me and Constant Hustle Comics, to be honest, the biggest thing for 2020 and this may sound silly, and I'm not saying it just because we're on this podcast, but it has been seeing creators of color come together more this year than I have seen ever.
Yes.
And I don't mean, you don't necessarily, I mean, buying each other's books, putting each other on podcasts, putting each other on whatever platforms we have. I've seen a lot more of that now than I have in the past. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've been doing this for a little while, and I've seen it in the past, but I've just seen it a lot more now than I have seen it in the past. That and we've put together more stuff this year than we have before. Mm-hmm. So that's for us, it's a big deal. Us being, like the newbies of probably this entire group, it's a big deal for us. So yeah.
That's what's up.
Danny J Quick always trying to get some damn secrets.
I would first like to say that if I do steal things from people, I normally give them back.
You've been thinking about this the whole time, huh? You've been sitting there. I was wondering what was on your mind. I should have known that's what it was.
I gotta protect my name. But Marcus Williams, who is my co-creator and my homie, my brother, I steal from him all the time. Sorry. You leave a poster laying around, I'm snatching it. But, and it's really his fault because, he'd be leaving posters around. But in reality, I think this year, the thing that I'm most happy about is the, how we took this year and flipped it. We do a ton of comic conventions. Those were cut out. I think we got to do 4 before everything started, shutting down. But what we did is we figured out how to increase our sales online. We figured out how to get into some different areas that'll help us, constantly make money where we're not even doing how we did. We didn't do a lot. I mean, we did the work, but you're uploaded to where people can, get stuff digitally. We're doing some stuff with schools and libraries and all that good stuff. So, if things ever kind of get back to normal to where we can do conventions, then it's just we'll just revenue will just kind of be doubling up. So that was one of the things. Probably the best thing, man, is just being like we always do, because that's what we have to do, right? When we're doing these independent comics, there's always going to be some kind of hurdles that we got to figure out how to get over. So I think that part, really worked out, and it's going to help to build to where, like I said, when stuff gets back normal or whatever you want to call it, it'll just be extra money coming in. I do go to the post office a lot, and I'm tired of that part. But other than that, I'm good.
Print your labels at home. Let them come pick it up.
Stamps.com.
Yeah.
I don't trust nobody, man. This post office.
Yeah, but I mean, you should be shipping it as media mail anyways. You have to go in to do media mail.
True.
Media mail only costs you $2. And I be stuffing all types of shit in my book when I do it. And then they're like, just media mail? I'm like, yeah, just media mail.
That's what I do.
Heavy as hell, every package.
Man, thick as hell too. They be like, it's a little thicker than the other ones. Oh, there's 2 books in there this time.
Man.
Gotta do that media mail. It's $2. Can't beat that.
I use stamps.com.
System though. That Greg, tell them about the system that we talked about this in the last podcast, right?
Mm-hmm. Which part? The
I think it was first class, but you did something. You just basically sent it first class.
Yeah, but I'm sending I'm sending comics. So you can send first class, and it's usually cheaper than media mail. But it depends. It's all weight based, right? If people order 3 comics, it comes out around the same as what media mail would cost. If they order when they start ordering 4 and 5 and all of that, then I go up to priority. But, the way I have it on the website is that, it's the weight. I mean, your shipping is based on weight. So it accounts for that.
Mm-hmm.
I hate, God, I don't want to say hate. I extremely dislike the people at the post office that's right by my house. I've probably cussed out 2 of the people. So it's like I be going in there at night. We got the little kiosk joint where you can print the stamps and ship that out. We have those everywhere in Atlanta, so it's easier, and I can go in at any time at night. Like, I'll probably leave, like, after we get done, I'll probably go to the post office, ship them out. But it usually comes out, like, if I mail 1 comic, it's definitely cheaper than media mail. And it gets there faster, except for right now, where nothing gets there fast.
It's game right there. Word.
But yeah, like, I broke that down early on because I was like, people were like, use media mail. And I'm sitting in line dealing with these angry people. And how much is my piece worth is another question that I like to ask myself. Because I literally, man, this one guy, I don't even understand why he has this job. But yeah, so I definitely always tell people to kind of fool around and figure out what works. Because like I said, I can ship 2 comics and not do media mail. And I don't have to worry because they can open it up. And the guy that I cussed out before, he was like, you can't do comics. And I was like, there's no ads in this one. He was like, you can't do comics. So it's a lot, but I'm in a different kind of space. If you guys are dealing with nice people, they probably won't check anything. These people are not decent, man.
That's even more reason for you to do the pickup.
Awesome. I didn't know you could do pickup with stamps.com.
Yeah, you can. You can still just make the pickup on the USPS website. You sign up, give your address. They ask you like how many of each different package. You can actually even get them to come and get media mail. Just make sure you have first class or something else in there too. I did it with my children's books. I had like 20 packages, big old packages of children's books, all media mail, and like 1 envelope that was first class.
And Moana gonna get you together. No, yeah.
She's the shipping queen.
I don't know. I like going to my post office. My post office people are sweet. They're nice. They see me almost every day. So, they're like, hey, crowd. I mean, so I don't mind going in. But it sucks for you, Greg.
You see how I'm looking at you?
What can I say? I don't know.
Well, Greg,
I was in Kentucky. Visiting a friend, so I brought all my stuff. I was like a mobile shipping station. I was really proud of myself, and I would walk in there with 18 packages, and they'd be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Because at the post office, they'll be like, "Go use the machine," and I'd be like, "Come on, man, but there's nobody in line." Yeah, there's too many packages. Go use the machine. Seriously, it's like prison post office.
No, mine is great.
You need to move to get a better post office, people, because my post office people be like, "What's up?" when I come in through the door. They be like, "Your usual?" I be like, "Yep, media mail."
How many have you cussed out though?
None, 0.
Okay,
not 1. Now, the customers within the last 2 weeks, I've cussed out a few of them because they irate, okay, I get you want your Christmas gift to go out, but I'm here every day, fucker. Don't make me. I know protocol. I know it.
You didn't do the karate. I saw the karate man.
I look author, but I mean, I cuss like a sailor. I mean, I can't help it.
It's okay.
I don't got no kids, so I don't have to have a filter. And then I just use where I'm at. My bad.
Wow. You good.
But yeah, you gotta move to get a better post office. That's all. That's my advice.
I feel like they'll just get transferred to where. I think it's my burden. There's got to be some give and take, man. I just
All right. So next question. Let's do this one. How do you envision your brand growing in 2021 and beyond? Given that, like, we still have a lot of uncertainty with where we're going to be next year.
Real quick, I got to bounce, y'all, but I love spending time with you guys, seeing you. I run to the store before they close, unfortunately. Man.
Going to the post office?
I got boxes from this Kickstarter. So, I mean, Dorothy's, Greg, I got your packages sitting on my table over there.
Okay, because why is it still on your table?
I'm waiting on freelancer books, man. Like, because you got the mix joint, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting on these books to get here.
They were about to call you. You see that? They was both about to call you out just then.
I'm like driving home, like, yeah, it's about to be on.
No, for real. But it's good seeing everybody, man. And Crown Shepherd, I've never met you, so pleasure to meet you. My twin up there, Alika, we'll be talking. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this look-alike contest.
Yeah,
Mike, you know what I'm saying? Most epic, you're killing it as always. Just pleasure talking with you, man. But Happy New Year to everybody, for real. Like, fingers crossed that next year, that 2021, we get some type of cons. Greg, you just signed up for Dragon Con, didn't you? Right? Me too. Let's do it.
Did they put the thing out yet?
Yeah, I got the email like a week ago.
Oh, I'd be talking to. Okay, I know. Why are they're so arrogant, man? I hope it works out though. No, for real. Like
they're real confident with it too. Like, oh, it's happening. It's definitely happening. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Word up.
I'm gonna reach out because I know and now I'm gonna look and check my emails.
Buried in there somewhere with all them sales, man. Straight up.
Yeah, but if they're having it, we'll be there.
I'm trying to be at all the cons.
Do you know how many conventions like we missed out on last year? Like,
yeah, I know. I got one next month in Miami, so I'm gonna have like a little glass because people in Miami, they don't like to. They're nasty. Bad hygiene.
They be wearing their mask though.
Wearing no mask. Mm-hmm. Just take my book and take my comic and go. Don't even touch me. They don't wash their hands.
But wasn't it like that at C2E2?
That's part of Comic-Con.
Yeah, C2E2. That's when I realized people don't care for hygiene. I was like, wow. Jesus. I was like, okay.
Crown,
they want to
that was your first con though, right? The C2E2.
No, that was like my third con, but that was my second major con. It's just the fact, like, you didn't wear deodorant, but you want to hug and you want to take a picture. You gotta smile.
You better toughen up your nose because if you're gonna go to conventions, then that's just what this is. Like,
it's a BO.
You gotta realize you're dealing with like dudes that have been in their mom's basement for years. They stink. They stink. It is what it is.
It's like I'm gonna go run 3 miles and then go to
then come to conference. Not sleep, live in that line, like
they all walk to the
on the bus. I mean, I'm just saying.
But you gotta do it with a smile. It's like,
girl, you better get this money and smile and quit playing. If they buy your comic, you better.
Crown, you're killing me.
24 hours.
You're killing me, Crown. You're killing me right now.
I'm telling you, there's some pictures floating around with me like that. Like, yep, and then it's like, okay, have a good
day. Crown is a mess.
To anybody talking about you, okay, we're talking about other people, not
right, exactly. Not you who's watching us right now. Not you.
Yeah. You smell wonderful.
You smell great. And we appreciate you and hope you come back again and again.
Responsible deodorant users.
We're talking about other creators that be next to us.
Man.
We had a dude at AWA, Anime Week in Atlanta. He's probably not watching this. When me and Marcus was like looking at each other like with hate, like, man, do do you stink? Like, I literally am, is that you, bro? He's like, nah, that's not me, man. Is it you? Nah. And then we're like doing tests, like we're getting up, like we see when people get up and walk away, do we still smell it? My daughter came and sat at the table with us. She's like, Dad, what is that? I'm like, it's just not us. So that's all I can be responsible.
Somebody got onions in their pocket.
No, it was more than onions.
Oh man.
Burn some sage up in here. Get these things out of here.
Have some candles at the booth just in case.
Get rid of the evil spirits. Is that what you're saying? That's what it was. It was evil spirits thinking like that.
It had to be.
That's
man.
crazy.
It wasn't regular.
Bro, I got it. I just came up with the best idea for you, Dorothy.
I'm about to sell some Spirit's Destiny deodorant.
Yes!
Yes,
Let's put her on the front of that mug and look, call it the Spirit deodorant. There you go. SD. You can see
SD. Go ahead.
SD, Spirit deodorant. Bam.
Oh my God.
That's the slogan. Feel the spirit.
You tell her that they get to smell like the original character.
Smell like Teen Spirit, Spirit Destiny.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying. Boom. And you ain't even got to do deodorant. You can do like smell good. Mm-hmm. Like little 25-cent sprays. Like here, smell like Destiny. There you go. Smell like Destiny. Do it. Oh, or grandma. You know everybody love your grandma character.
Yeah, they love her. They love her.
So just rinse it, before you gotta hug them and then just suck all that in.
I just do the pose
and lavender,
and that's it.
Yeah, there's no more. There ain't gonna be no hugging going on for.
There's no hugging.
No.
It's gonna be fist bumps with gloves.
That's it.
That's gonna be it.
With gloves.
Bruh, look. That's not true. As somebody who had a booth like up every weekend all summer, they still want to touch you.
Yeah, they do. Because I was doing that too, and we were like quite specific. Like, it's cool, man. I appreciate you wanting to shake my hand. Maybe one day. We
had double tables and they still was like coming around the table and stuff. I'm like, you can take a picture of me from behind the table.
Right.
Standing in front of it. Like your friend gonna have to go way back there to get both of us, but I can't coronavirus. I can't do it.
You didn't just yell coronavirus, did you?
No, that's what I was yelling.
You didn't yell coronavirus.
You want to get too close. Like
that's what you said. You said coronavirus. You
did it really well too.
She did.
Practice right there, man.
I tell you what,
Crown a friend request.
you have left a lasting impression on me, Crown. Hear what I'm telling you?
I want to be tabled next to her next.
Exactly.
I'm definitely booking her.
Exactly.
Thank y'all, because my comic do come out this year, so like I'm finally gonna join y'all world.
Let's do it.
So.
Do you say you write children's books, Crown?
Yeah. I mean, I write. Like I don't even put myself. Yeah, I write. I mean, yeah, I do. I mean, that's the first book I published, but I write everything.
All right.
I was writing smut today for a client, but
what you wrote?
I wrote some smut today for a client.
No, we need to collab because I was writing something too. But you know,
I'm gonna send you the chapter because I can't even read it without blushing and laughing. Like I laugh.
Don't put your real name, dude. Don't put your real name.
I'm nasty.
Your DM is going to be lit up. Put a different name. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put a different name. Like I already know that. I can't go with Crown Shepherd because it is nasty. Nasty.
Holy Crown.
If you want to read it, DM me, okay? Because this isn't the copy that I'm sending to the client, so you can read it because it's nasty. It's like
I'm gonna hit you up. I want to
I'm about to say I gotta read it now.
Hype it up.
I mean, to me, it's nasty.
Man.
It's good though, like it's good writing. But it's
Later, guys.
Crown is hilarious.
I was thinking about that though, as a person that has written children's books, and then like this anthology, the Noir is the New Black. I have like two cuss words in there, and I just thought about that. These are going to be my first published cuss words, and it's not as deep as writing entire smut, but I didn't even think about that till now. It's like, what if those sweet innocent little babies that write these children's books are like, I'm gonna have to think about that. I think I'll be okay though.
I mean, it's 2020. Yeah. They see worse on YouTube.
I mean, it's not a children's book.
I'm just saying, like, but you talking about, oh, what if the children see it? Trust me, they see worse on YouTube. A cuss word or two ain't gonna affect them.
That's true.
You ain't got no worry. Now me, yeah, I gotta worry.
Hey,
no,
I gotta dip.
You're gonna put a different name on it.
Yo, I gotta dip real quick. I just want to say mad love to y'all. I look forward to meeting all y'all in person once we have a vaccine. And hit me up anytime, man. Much pleasure, man, and much success in 2021, y'all.
All right, back at you, man.
To you, Clea P. Take care now.
All right, thanks, Moana.
Yeah, no worries. Cool.
And then there were 1, 2, 3.
All right, so here's a question that my husband and I were talking about earlier this evening, which I think is a good one. But if you had the opportunity to work with anyone, living or dead, what creative person would you like to work with?
Man, why y'all be asking these questions?
G.W. Wilson.
Octavia Butler, hands down, right there. Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Artistically, probably Carl Kopinski. I think that guy's amazing. Carl Kopinski makes some amazing art. I'd like to work with him.
Nice.
I remember Ashley Woods for art.
Ashley Woods. Name's familiar.
I know her.
Yes.
Love Ashley. I would say Coogler, Ryan Coogler.
Oh, yes.
Because all he's done is make amazing things so far. And I have like 2 different things that I could work with him on. So I would say Coogler.
I'd say Greg's partner Marcus for art and
overrated. I'm just playing. No, that's my dog, man. That's a it's amazing. But go ahead. Yeah. I'm not trying to take your.
Oh, okay. David Walker, maybe for writing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I still need to read The Hated. I back the Kickstarter. I have so many Kickstarter books that
Oh my God.
I'm just trying to find the time. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, did I get mine? I had to.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
Alan, did you say something?
Man, that's tough for me, just because I think because I've done everything on my own so much, and I've befriended a lot of creators, but I'm trying to think of, not just creator I met or just people that, I admired. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I can focus on maybe one. The only one, and it's more of an artist, it's just because I admired their style of art was George Perez. And it was mostly because when I took a class in college, my instructor kind of compared my work to him just because he did all these elaborate backgrounds. That's like really the first that comes to mind for me.
Gotcha. Yeah, for me, I think, I don't know. I've never written fantasy before, but that's kind of like, I don't know, my brain seems to be gravitating back towards that. And I would love to work with Sis Afua. Like I totally enjoyed our episode. We had her on the podcast a couple of weeks ago. And just, like all of the mermaid culture that she was like studying. And I was like, man, this would be really cool because I have a children's book story that, incorporates the mermaids of Hawaiian culture. And I was like, oh man, I would love to have Afua on this book. I know she's going to be super busy with hers, but she's very talented, a beautiful soul, and I would just love to work with her for sure. What about you, Mike?
Man, Tom McFarlane.
Oh yeah.
Tom McFarlane is an a-hole, but man, his business savvy is through the roof. Once I saw him take a animation or one still image from the Venom movie and said, this Venom design looks good, but it's not right. And 10 strokes made it right. Like just drew right on top of it, 10 strokes. And then he said, nobody called me to ask me how we should, ask my opinion about how we should make Venom. And I'm the guy that drew Venom. Nobody. And like he corrected it in 10 strokes and it without the logo. He's just smart, man. He's smart. And I would love to, get some time and learn from him and hopefully impress him. And he'd be like, hey, man, this is the next one right here. Start advocating for me.
True that.
He's definitely a savvy businessman, that's for sure. Got his joint on lock. What did his campaign do? It was like over $1 million, right?
Almost $2 million.
Yeah, it's crazy.
For a toy. He doesn't need to do it. He's literally testing Kickstarter. He goes in there and says, you guys are going to help me fund the small movie. I'm doing
it. Yeah. So those are cool. All right. So let's see. So what did you guys think of like the podcast in general? What things can we add to make it better as a collaborative platform for creators? And it could be, the Moana Nui podcast, any podcast. Like, what are there things that are missing that we're not talking about that we should be talking about?
I think you should do more stuff like this. Like, this was dope. I had fun. I mean, I like doing like the one-on-one podcast, but like, I get to meet other people and then I get to show my personality. And that's when my project manager keeps telling me like I need to show my personality because it's great, but I'd be like, man, I just want to post a picture and go about my business.
You so extra.
I'm just saying, like, that's what I mean. I'm so extra and I need to show my fans that. That's what she said. And so like like this was a good platform for me too, I guess, because everybody like, oh, she killing me. I'm just being me.
That's what they want. They want you to be yourself.
Yeah, but how do you? I can't translate that to like social media. Like I'm talking about like when
hey Bailey.
I'm the wrong person to ask that to. I don't know how you transfer.
I try to be a good noodle. Once upon a time. Let me tell you, I was a good noodle for 1 week. You know what they did? They like, what happened, Dorothy? You're not petty no more? I'm trying to be a good noodle.
In 1 week. You specified the 1 week is what you did.
1 week. It was a very hard week. It was very hard. So I was like, no, this is not going to work. I had to go back to my old me. No. Because I don't know how you guys do it. Actually, Greg, you're petty. Crown, you're petty. Sometimes you're petty. Constant. So, yeah.
And we can bring some pettiness into the podcast. Like, I've kind of been on the outside of the comic world because I went the children's book direction first. But I noticed there's a lot of like tension, beef, drama. Like, let's turn this into a reality show. Like, let's talk about it. I mean, bad press isn't, like if it pushes the sales of our books and everything, like why not talk about it? Like we ain't gotta bash other creators, but I just be noticing, there be a lot of drama. I don't be in it because I'm over here in the children's book world and I'm dealing with that drama. But we could definitely get into the drama. I love the teeth. We can sip teeth.
There's no teeth.
Twisted teeth.
Twisted teeth.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh man, I don't know how many times I've seen that one. He should have saw that coming, but anyway.
He did, man. He did.
He asked for it.
Didn't move.
He asked for it.
Yeah.
He was like,
He
"You gonna
still
hit me,
didn't move.
dude?"
It's like he thought his privilege was gonna create like a border or something.
He thought he had the Trump wall.
For it.
On the ground, talking about, "You got me, dude. You got me. You got me." Yeah. I know I got you, bro.
There's twisted tea all over the damn.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, like we were talking about this a little bit before the show. It's like, competition is good as long as it's like for growth, right? Like I know people can be petty and all of that, and at least for me, and where I'm at and where I want the community to be is competition for the sake of growth, like to keep each other on top of our game so that we keep producing good stuff, right? Like, but not to the point where you're like tearing people down, like it's just a difference. But yeah, I mean, definitely let people know, what your personality is too. I actually like that Crown brought that up because I do like the group panels a lot too, because then I feel like not all the pressure is on me. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta ask these great questions. Like, and I'm like trying to make it the greatest that it can be. But it's cool. That's why I started introducing like co-hosts so that they can ask some of the things that they would want to ask too. So if y'all want to be co-hosts on future episodes, definitely let me know. I have I think season 2 is almost booked all the way out. We'll be jumping into season 3 schedule soon. So, but yeah, definitely.
I think one of the things, like your podcast that I did with you, it was one of my. It was really fun for me. I feel like we nerded out and kind of into like a zone where we were probably the only two people that were as excited about what we were talking about. But I think, one of the things, just seeing how this worked out, like maybe if you have some theme-based, like let's just say there was a movie that came out recently that's a lightning rod, like maybe you get together, have like a couple of people on, like 3 or 4 people, and everybody discuss that movie or something like that, like just little different stuff to kind of switch it up, because like Crown said, and I just love Crown. This is my first time meeting meeting her.
You got fans right here today, Crown. You got fans.
She's fun. Just like having like kind of like some switch up moments, where just to get away from just the regular, because it's great that you're highlighting people, but also, you could use that time to kind of, just, do stuff like this that could be entertaining, also enlightening, especially if you're focused on a particular topic.
Okay. That's a good one.
Thank you. I got to say real quick, it was a pleasure meeting all y'all. It really was. I got to get going as well. I got all y'all names. I've seen it and I wrote them down from the thing. I'll be looking into all y'all. Thank you so much for having me on, Moana.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on.
All right, y'all take care.
Take care, brother.
Take it easy.
Bye.
This looks dope, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I like this whole thing too, because then I can draw and I can still jump in on the conversation and listen to the. You're a riot, Crown. I love listening to you. So it's like just to have like this stuff going on while I'm drawing, and then I can kind of listen and jump in whenever I can. That's a pretty cool vibe. I like it.
Awesome. Thanks. I'm like so into this drawing. I'm like, this is dope.
Yeah.
I gotta say overall, like just podcasts in general have really helped me through 2020 because not doing conventions have been able to see like any creative people. So and funny, all the people I've met like virtually are people that I have yet to meet in person. So a lot of people I know in that shows I still haven't seen in like months. So it's just great meeting like all new people now, just people I never would have seen, just because even when I was traveling, like there's only a few conventions I've done at this point, like out of state. Like I've only done 3 out of state so far. Most of them done obviously been just in California.
Gotcha. Yeah, I totally agree. I think that's the thing I miss the most about cons is the, camaraderie and catching up with all the different creatives. I mean, of course, selling our books is great. We need to do that. But just being able to catch up and, the podcast has been great for doing that. So
and those like cons, you can also, because like we get up, like even in Chicago, it was like me, Steve, Ashley, Marcus. Who else? I'm missing out some people. But a bunch of us got up and we went to pizza, get pizza. Like, so we hang out and there you kind of share, everybody's kind of sharing what they're doing. You can get tips from people, on what works and what doesn't. And so podcasts have kind of replaced that in a way. That podcast TJ was referring to, we had a really good one where we were all kind of like sharing our Kickstarter, like do's and don'ts and like little secrets and stuff. That, I had a bunch of people that was like, yo, man, that really helped me, when it was time for me to launch my Kickstarter. So, the information that gets shared in these kind of things, some of this stuff we might be like, yeah, man, I've been knowing this forever, but,
right.
The next person might not. So I've learned things, like I've got to sit with David Walker and eat and have drinks with David Walker and pick his brain, which is amazing to me because I was reading David Walker way before I thought I would ever be seriously writing comics, So you get to pick up and learn from people that, and share. I've been able to share some things with people that I look up to. Like, nah, man, you don't have to do that. You could be doing this. I've had artists that were doing like $20 commissions, and I'm like, whoa. So let me tell you what we're not gonna do anymore. It's people over here that don't have your name and don't have your, your qualifications that are charging $150, and you over here charging $20. We're not gonna do that. So.
Yeah, that's a good point. Especially, if you're not out there like that, right? And you don't get to like a whole bunch of different cons, you don't survey the land. If you're the type that just goes to your table and sells your joint, right? Like, like that, my husband and I did that before we even started our comic book. Like we went to conventions to see like what was going on, like what does the landscape look like? What are people charging? Like so that we're being fair in what we are, but we're not undercutting ourselves either, right? Like so, that's really important, and that's a good idea because I was also trying to figure out like how to make the podcast helpful for other creators, who are trying to get to whatever level, right? Like everybody comes in at a different level. There's nothing wrong with it, but everybody needs help along the journey. I know we needed help, and the more people that you can hear from, especially like the creatives who are doing it like right now, it's amazing. Like I've invested so much money into like, learning from people who have been doing this for a really long time and just trying to help myself and, Burning Spear, get there faster. And so, yeah, that's really important. That's cool. I like those ideas. Thank you.
I mean, why don't we host like I know with like some of the children book writers that I know and stuff, we host like Zoom meetings where we just get like it's not like live where there's an audience or anything, but we get on stuff like this and we just like chop it up. We have dinner together. We like like strategize with each other. Say, oh, like this what's worked with me this month with online. Like it's really been a help with just like tackling this online selling because it can be intimidating as hell sometimes. Like you have good days where it's like, damn, I got all these orders, and then you have not so good days. So I'm like, we meet like once a month and it's just a Zoom call. Like we just chill on Zoom. Some people just sit and write the whole time and just like, like will spit a verse to us and ask us like, what do you think? Other people will be like, oh, what about this distributor? Just different things that we collab on. And it's just like a private Zoom for creators. And it's just a way for us to stay in touch. And I know for me, it has helped a lot just because, I can't go to like my writing groups and writing class, and like the virtual just kind of sucks sometimes.
Crown, is that a group? Because I do, like I said, I do have these children's books, and I've been
he does.
I've been doing, like really well with the comics, and sometimes I feel like I neglect the children's books. So I need to up my game.
Man, you can't neglect the children's book.
I know, because I sell them, like when people see them, they buy them.
Yeah, like
I gotta
children's books. It's like it's a huge market. It's private right now. I could definitely talk to them. I know they like the girl who started it was limited the number of it, and I think there's a list. I'm not sure.
If it's
I can ask her and like put your email on the list, and if it opens up, you can definitely join. I mean, I'm down to always talk children's books with you, because like that's all I have right now. So that's like I'm laser focused on that. So like, and I do pretty good now with the online. And then I want to get your books. I want to chop it up with you anyways, get your books to see, if they can like. They look like they'd be a good fit for my table.
I was gonna say Crown is the connect. She distributes my books, my children's books too. So
word.
Yeah.
Like I said, all summer, like I said, and I've been trying to get Dorfeas's book, and I want to put comics on there because I always get, do you have books for older kids? Like my kids' books are kids' books, like they're for younger kids. I think the oldest may be like a 12-year-old book. But then I get, do you have any teenagers' book? And I think comics would be a good way to get them to help reading. I always suggest comics, but suggestions go in one ear and out the other. But like all summer, I've been selling, like I said, I've been at an event every weekend all summer up until October. And so like, I was selling other independent authors' books, and hopefully once we go on an official lockdown and come back off that lockdown, I'll be back full throttle doing it every weekend. And hopefully, pulling in the numbers I was over the summer. And if I'm not opening up new books right now, just because of storage. I'm pretty much just storing them right now. But once I do, yes, let's connect so I can add it on to the table, because Black books are amazing.
Yeah, definitely. So that's a good idea. What if we start our own monthly chat? Like,
man, I mean, all of that, like, so I came from the corporate world, like finance, and we had, we would always do like best practice sharing sessions, because it's a lot, man. Like I've helped a lot of people with finding printers, like all of that, like our thing is we're trying to own our process, through and through, and we see the benefits of it. So, like anything that I can share with people, to help them, get better margins on their sales, or get more sales, or even on printing. Like we're always trying to help, because we've been, like Marcus and we've been pushing for almost 20 years on all of this stuff. And we've had other businesses and, all this stuff that we had to learn the hard way. It's like, once we learn it, we want to give it to other people so they don't have to go through that same, junk. So
absolutely.
I had a guy recently, he dropped a comic and he was selling really well. And he was like, yo, man, I was trying to see if you had any connects on printers. And I was like, well, how much are you you paying now? He was like paying almost $6 per book, because he was ordering like a very low quantity. No. I was like, man, can you come up with $2,000? I was like, family, like if you don't have it yourself, can you come up with $2,000? He was like, yeah, I got a friend that will. And I was like, cool. We're not doing, this thing where you're making $2 when you sell a book. Like, so, those are the kind of things, especially a lot of young people coming up, they don't realize, man, if you can get your margins down, then you make your business sustainable, right?
Right.
So usually you do that by cutting out middlemen. You do that by ordering like in bulk. and then you got to get out there and grind and sell your stuff. But yeah, there's like,
hey, new best friend Greg.
huh?
You said a lot of stuff I liked. I'm my new best friend.
I'm okay. I was looking for a new best friend. Me and Marcus, whenever we get done, like we just completed a small project, and so we need like 2 weeks away from each other because it's usually
Marcus is your boyfriend best friend. I'm your girl best friend. Them two different types of friends.
Cool. I'm down. Where you live at?
Minnesota.
Who?
Minnesota.
I was up there last year. It was cold. I got family up there.
It is cold.
I almost froze my face off, man. Like, I remember going there when I was a kid and it was cool, but now I'm an adult and it's not cool.
Yeah, but the one thing I will say about Minnesota is it's a huge literary hub.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So like if you you can come here and sell your books like these people eat them up, okay? I've sold over 2,000 books in Minnesota alone, just here.
Yeah, we sell we get a lot of online orders, and I need to I got family like my first cousins live there, so I wouldn't
Who
mind
they is? You know Minnesota's small. I know them.
They Coleman.
I don't know. I could know them.
Yeah, but nah, man. I'm okay with having new best friends, especially if it's on this business stuff because there's so many opportunities right now.
Yes,
y'all. We're going into January grants. Y'all need to be looking into them. I already filled out 2 today. Get that free money. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, and I just something else I'm proud about. I started my nonprofit.
What?
Building a website right now. It's called Read With Me Inc.
That's my best friend.
It's totally literacy based. I might be hitting y'all's up because I'm trying to get diverse books into into the hands of at-risk youth, detention centers, the whole thing. I got this cool plan. I've already started making some connections to where I'll be able to purchase books from my, from people, and then, donate them to the different, institutions and stuff. So it's going to be pretty cool.
Awesome.
Best friend, you so fly.
Thank you, best friend. I really appreciate that, best friend. And
I've been thinking about doing a nonprofit too, but I've already got so many.
Closer, best friend, I can't see.
This is my Sadaka.
Yes,
I love it
for the Kickstarter.
Okay.
Did I miss those?
Best friend, stop showing off.
I'm not. I'm just really happy. She was sitting here looking at me, and it was like I need her to look at y'all too.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, really happy.
Okay, best friend.
Really happy. At first, I wasn't as happy because the guy did the illustration that he used was like anime eyes. So she had some really big eyes. I was like, Sadaka don't do cocaine. Can you please, shrink the eyes? He shrunk the eyes, and now everything is perfect. Man, her eyes was like, I'm like, oh, yeah. They're being hand painted, which is cool. So yeah.
What will everybody's first 2020 con be?
I will be at
whatever the first one is.
I will be at Ethical Fest next month.
At who?
There's a new comic. He used to work for SuperCon, Florida SuperCon. Uh-huh. So this guy, he just opened up his own con. This is his second year, and he gave me a table. So he was trying to get me last year, but I couldn't do it because I was doing MegaCon. So now I'm doing this for him.
Can you? I need to look that up, man. Y'all don't understand.
Yo, and he's a black guy, and he's doing this by himself. So I'm gonna send him. I'm gonna tell him about you. I'm gonna just send him your IG.
All right. Because
I'm gonna let you do it first, and then I'm gonna do the next one.
So I'm the crash test dummy. Is what you're saying?
I mean, best friend, you the one who said you wanted to do it.
I feel like I'm
go.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a little bit closer
one.
too, so I'll take that.
What about MomoCon? Is MomoCon good?
MomoCon is one of my favorite, but they also treat us like the princes of Atlanta. But no, great people. I love them. Now, what I will, I gotta look around. Their Artist Alley is big. We have an issue with Atlanta people. How do I say it? It's not bad at all. Don't get me wrong. We sell more at Dragon Con than we do at MomoCon, but MomoCon is still good. But it's a great convention. If you want to, like, I like it. God, I gotta keep looking around. You know, I don't want to step on no toes. But because Dragon Con is great. Dragon Con is like what everybody comes to Atlanta for. I like MomoCon better. It's in like Dragon Con is in like 4 or 5 different buildings, and you be having to walk sometimes. Whereas MomoCon is all in the convention center. It's amazing convention. Usually happens. Was that Memorial Day weekend? It's a beautiful thing. If you want to come to Atlanta and enjoy yourself at a convention, MomoCon is the way to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't. It's wonderful. AWA, people sleep on Anime Week in Atlanta. So Atlanta has 3, Dragon Con, Momo, and then AWA. And that AWA is pretty legit also. Like, we make grip at that one. Momo means peach, Javier. It's Japanese for peach. And we are in the peach state, so yeah.
Makes sense.
It's also Avatar Aang's little homie. But yeah.
Let's see.
But man, I gotta look up this Dragon Con thing, what TJ was talking about.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they do Dragon Con this year. I don't know that we will be ready for something of that scale by then.
Well, Dragon Con is in September. Like I've already heard people talking about with the second half, there might be some cons that come up. New York is the one. It's just so much money, man. I was like, I'll put on a hazmat suit and be in that mug sweating and stinking. But it's so much money.
That's my goal. See, that's
So
what I got.
Yeah, the secret with New York is you gotta team up. Like we did it with TJ, and so we were able to cover our booth and still make some money, right?
You guys did you guys vended upstairs?
Yeah, we were on main floor. Yep, we were like
just do the Artist Alley. And we were upstairs one year, and people was cussing us out so much because they were looking for us in Artist Alley. So we get in every year, so we just do that.
That makes sense. Somebody got feedback. Javier says we need to be in Artist Alley.
Yeah, he knows. It's because it doesn't cost as much.
Yeah, it's just about getting in there, right? Because there's always that long wait list.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you gotta be friendly with Mike.
Have you done any Reed Pop shows like in Artist Alley?
He's good though. He was good to me. I was shocked when I got to C2E2, and he emailed me about C2E2 is going to be in December. So I asked him about New York Comic Con. He said he's going to email me back. He emails pretty quick.
You talking about Negan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's nice. You gotta build with him. You gotta build with him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. If you don't, if you're having trouble getting accepted, try to do one, because we were going to be at the one in Miami last year.
That's the one I was trying to get into.
Yeah, we got into that. We was doubling up. We was going to come shut down Miami. But yeah, so if you can get into any of the shows, that's a good way to get a thing. We were getting in before he took over, and then when he took over, he didn't really know us. But I made sure to introduce. He came to the table. It was like he did the stank face. I was like, cool. Like, we're gonna be cool. So that's what I found about a lot of these conventions. Like, you get in, and then you don't just get in. Like, get in and just you ain't got to kiss nobody's butt or any of that. But be on time, handle all your business.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, they had a little water for us for C2E2, the little water.
Man, C2E2 used to set it out like they used to have like a lounge for us, and they had actual food. It wasn't the greatest food, but they had stuff. Last year, I was like, where the lounge at, man? Donuts and it was cool.
We can't talk about him like that. Mike, I love you.
No, it wasn't his fault. It was somebody else.
I love you. Please let us back in.
Yeah, no.
I made money. That was the con I made a lot of money in. I almost hit 1K. People was actually coming to the table. I didn't have to, go around. Me and Greg was like working the table, and Greg was just on me. He was like, "Dorfis, you need to sell." I'm like, "Yo, Greg, I'm tired, man." I'm like, "Yo, if it don't sell," I couldn't do it no more. I don't know how you guys kept going. I had to take a break.
Man, listen, we look at conventions like business trips. So everybody be trying to like party and stuff. We be like, nah, we straight, man. Especially like New York. Like for us, we were late one time. It was on accident, of course. But like, if you're late, like if you miss like a couple of hours in New York Comic Con, you could be missing like $500 easy. Sometimes more. So like we're trying to be there. You might see us strolling a little bit late, but once we get to our table, we strap down. Because you never know. And plus that thing, man, I learned this from Larry Stroman at C2E2 one year. He came up to the table. This is the first time I met him. And have you guys seen Larry before?
Yep.
He's a big
I
dude.
spoke to him.
Like I got some height on me and everything. He's a big dude, man. And he was like looking at the table like I'm like, oh God, is he gonna hate us or something? And he was like, I heard about y'all. There's some good stuff. I'm gonna buy an issue. If I like the issue, I'm gonna tell people about it. Like,
we got a question.
So he bought it. He came back the next day. He was like, I like the issue. I'm gonna tell people about it. And then he started just talking to me. And I'm telling you, man, that little 30-minute chat that I had with him, I learned so much. One of the best things he said was always be present. Like if you get invited to a show, do that show. If you get in a show, do that show. He said every time you go to a show, you're going to make like a couple of, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to buy from you and all of that, but you're going to make like a couple of fans, like fans that are going to be there and they're going to rock with you forever. And he said, you do that, as as the years pass, you're doing that. At a certain point, you have this large group of people that, care about you. They care about the work you put out. And when you put out work, they're going to purchase, they're going to support, they're going to share. So it's like, be present as much as you can. Like we've met people that have turned into like, nice money deals later. We've ended up doing some other side projects, so there's a lot that comes with it. When you show up, just, be there. Grind through it.
We got a question. She said, Elisa, if you were able to dress up as one of the characters from Avatar Last Airbender, who would you all dress up as? Or if you was to dress up as your character from your comic that was placed in the Avatar universe, what element would it be? I would dress up as Spirit or Grandma. And basically, I will go for the water bending. No, energy bending. Because I want to take everybody's powers away. Because I'm selfish. I don't want nobody to have any power. Everybody powers. That's how petty I am because they don't need no powers, Elisa. And Lisa's one of my biggest backer ever. Elisa, I'm going to ship your stuff today. Don't be mad at me. I've been waiting. They keep returning your stuff, but yeah, that's the element that I will want. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna answer both. Okay, if I had to choose just to be one of the characters, it would be Katara. Or not Katara, Toph. Sorry, Toph.
Toph.
Well,
respect Toph, please. Toph.
Whatever her name is, okay? The blind earthbender one, okay? With all the sarcasm. That's who I would be. And she had the most personality. Okay? And then to also answer somebody else's question about what my comic is, I haven't published my comic yet, but it is called Crown Comics. It is about a black girl whose superpower is her hair. That's all I'm gonna say. And if I was to be any of those characters, it would be Crown, and I would have Firebending because she angry. Yeah, that's what it would be. Fire. I mean, she would end up like
spritz up her hair,
like the princess did at the end, just like hair everywhere, just shooting out electricity from her mouth. She get that mad.
I probably want to be Uncle Euro because he's so chill. Yeah, I think he knows what's going on every single time, and he's just like, whatever. But he's super powerful. He's just super chill, but super powerful. So I like him. Probably dress up as him.
That's awesome.
We need to install a top knot.
If I had to dress up, somebody would have put a gun to my head. But in that, I probably would be Zuko. As a writer, man, he was just like watching how they developed him, and at first he's just a maniac, but then they started peeling the layers back, and I really, really enjoyed his development and just enjoyed his character overall. And he'll still like burn a mofo up. So yeah, I would probably roll with Zuko.
Alan.
Oh, you on mute, homie? Alan, you on mute?
There you go.
There we go. I would dress up as my character, Mr. Aloha, from my book, Damn Tourists. And he would probably lean more closer to like a fire element. I mean, he's basically, his shirt is like, it's this bright shirt, so it's like close to fire. So I think I'll kind of do that. I mean, I think it would just work the best.
That's
have to be.
So for me, like, I haven't watched Avatar yet. I know, don't shoot me. But I would probably be Callie from the Wildcard Chronicles, and I would be Fire, of course, because Pele, Hawaii, power, anger, creation, all of those things.
All of that.
Mike.
I just remember we rolled over our tables, so we don't have to worry about getting an invitation to DragonCon.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, I'm old.
Like the hardest question ever, because I absolutely love Avatar. It's like one of my top 3 favorite all-time cartoons. It's fantastically amazing. If I put one of my characters in it, it'd be Hotshot. He would be a firebender. If I had to be a character out of Airbender, jeez, Sokka. I would probably be Sokka.
You a pimp? Are you a pimp? Because Sokka was a pimp.
Man, he was.
Sokka was an accidental pimp, and he didn't realize it, and that was what's so great about him.
Yeah, he was great.
Sokka was just fun, man. I like the challenges he went through. I love his character growth. How he went from this typical real judgy boy and came to appreciate other cultures, women, and things like that, and was super smart. Clever. He was real clever, and I like the fact that he didn't have powers and he still could hang with them. And when he got that meteorite sword, your boy was a beast. Your boy was out here.
And he had all the jokes though, like all the jokes. Like if you was laughing, it was because of Sokka.
I honestly thought about saying Sokka, but I don't have powers now. So if I'm gonna jump into that world, I want powers this time.
No, but Sokka didn't have powers. Like he was at the center of he was the brains.
He was.
I thought they said he
was dumb, but he was.
Now if we went to Korra, I know immediately who I'd be without a shadow of a doubt. But we said here, Bolin, baby.
Yeah,
Bolin was the MVP.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he was trying to point too, but he wasn't a pimp.
He wasn't. He was goofy. He wore his feelings on his sleeve, but your man had skill as an earthbender.
Oh man,
he got the lava bending.
Yeah,
he was out there.
He was a bad man.
Yeah, I watched it with my like I tried to force it on my kids at an early age, and they wasn't going for it. That's when I realized I need to let them grow into this geek world. And they have. They're fully invested now. But upstairs, and they was watching Avatar by themselves, and I just slid in the living room and just sat down like, yeah.
Like it now.
They love it now. Then they were watching that, and it was like, oh, Dad, it's almost over. I was like, no, it's not. Y'all got 3 more seasons of hotness. Don't even worry.
Oh, that's what's up. Well, all right, y'all. Wow, we've been going for a good while. So, I just want to thank y'all for coming on, for the feedback, for all the great conversation, letting your personality shine out here. I'm glad we were able to make some good connections amongst creators. Looking forward to seeing us find more ways to collaborate and help each other grow. I really do like that monthly session idea. I'm gonna think about that and see like when would be a good time. Would folks prefer, is a weeknight better, weekends better? I know weekends tend to be for the family, so y'all let me know.
We on lockdown, so whenever.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I'll be on lockdown.
Yo, you give me a time and I'm finna slide in there like he did with his kids in Avatar.
Yeah, we know you sliding. Oh, awesome. All right. So before we sign out, though, let folks know where they can find you online and where they can grab your books. We'll start with Alika.
Oh, so right now we're making games. So I'm a game designer. I don't make comic books or anything like that, but I love comic books. They're really cool. I love the art. So right now on the gamecrafter.com, we have 3 games on there. One of them was the game I talked about on the podcast, The Depressing Game. It's actually a satirical look at high school depression, but it's designed to help teenagers talk about their feelings without feeling weird about it. So yeah, so we got that. It's called The Depressing Game on the gamecrafter.com, and I'm gonna be putting out Weʻll pretty soon on there. I think it's not available yet, so I'll put that out there. And then we got 2 more games coming out, so I'll let you know, Moana, when those come out. It'll be this year, at least 2 more games, and hopefully we can get my whole team on here and we can all talk story with you.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to that one. And you guys can find Alika on Instagram.
Yeah,
he posts a lot of his art on there too, so follow Alika there.
How old art, Alika?
What is it?
How old art? How old art, Alika? I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spelling. It's always the spelling. Okay.
Crown.
What was the question?
Where can people find your books and find you online?
Oh, okay. You can find me anywhere at Crown the Writer, crownthewriter.com. You can get my book. It's not a comic book. It's a book called Black Boy, Black Boy. It is, I mean, you can pretty much find it anywhere, but if you want to be a real G, you support the author and you buy it from crownthewriter.com.
That's right.
And then somebody asked me when Crown the comic was dropping. I'm hoping to do it May. It's definitely coming this year. She is in production right now. So like I'm really excited because I put her on the back burner almost 2 years ago to focus on Black Boy. So she'll be out, trust me, soon. I'm dropping a Kickstarter pre-sale also soon. So like yeah, check me out, Crown the Writer, Crown Shepherd on Facebook. If you go to my pages and you want to see all this wonderfulness you got tonight, you won't, because I haven't figured out how to translate that into online world. Still follow me because I'm awesome.
Alan?
So you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, same handle at Carter Comics 1. Also, Facebook.com /Carter Comics. If you want to pick up my books, either my traveling parody book, Damn Tourist, or my sci-fi book, Forts, you can go to indieplanet.com /Carter-Comics. You can get a download or you can order a physical copy.
Awesome. Durfees?
Well, how you guys doing? You guys can find me on Facebook, Spirits Destiny Universe, and also Instagram, and also with the same tagline. But on Twitter, Spirits Destiny U, where you guys will get most of my personality. You guys can. I'm currently working on my website. It's gonna be Melanin She Writes. It should be up. Hopefully, I could finish it by tonight. And you guys can just, if you're interested in getting my books or learn about my upcoming Kickstarter, you guys can just message me from any platform.
Awesome. Greg?
So you can find me on Instagram. I put my name right there on the thing, so you can see that. I'm on Facebook as Greg Burnham. I'm on Twitter sometimes. I can't. Greg Burnham book. It's stupid. I want to change it. And then like if you need any comics in your life, TuskegeeAirs.com. We have all our issues and our little volume on there. And then my personal site for my children's books and my other series, The Search for Sadaka.
Yes.
Ooh, I was in the wrong way. That's at platforml7.com. Kind of simple. So yeah, I got the children's books and all of that over there. Yeah, I think that's everywhere. You usually can find me at your local comic convention, but raggedy COVID.
And last but not least, our special co-host, Mike Watson, and Chat and Draw.
Oh, you know,
Muted.
Hey.
Bam. Trying to keep that background noise out. You can find me on all social media platforms as Most Epic Art. Of course, you can catch my show, Chat and Draw, where actually Moana will be on the 100th episode, January 9th, because that's coming. That's coming right there. And my Kickstarter will be launching next month. I actually put the link in the private chat, Moana.
Okay, cool.
You guys can follow that launch page. And I'll be doing my season finale episode, which is the 100th episode, January 9th, where I have about 10 guests featured on there. And I will be drawing kind of in the same vein that I drew here today, but I'll actually be inking the whole thing out for about 5 or 6 hours straight while broadcasting and bringing people in for helping me pitch hit while I get through that whole marathon.
Oh, if you need people, you know, I like to show my personality.
Yeah.
You were next on my friend request list. I was about to hit you up.
That's what's up. Hey, Mike, can we see the your piece again one more time for the folks who are watching and didn't see it the first time?
Yes, you can. Pull it back up here. And actually, hold up, iPad. Do what I tell you to do. There we go.
Let me see if I can.
Ooh.
Nice.
Woo.
Whoa.
Yeah, she wasn't standing up.
Getting a little motion sickness.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
That looks great. Awesome. Thanks, Mike.
Oh, no problem. And thanks for having me. I appreciate it
Absolutely.
so much. This has been a blast.
Well, alrighty, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. Please follow the Moana Nui podcast, moananuipodcast.com. You can find me on Instagram at The Real Life Moana, and on Twitter at Moana McAdams. And you can find our comic at moanamcadams.com. Well, actually, everything is at moanamcadams.com. It links out to everything else. So thank you guys for being a part of our end of year episode. We hope all of you are safe and healthy, and we wish everyone a happy new year. Good times for 2021. Take care. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Be good to each other. Keep your distance.
Yes. Yes.
That part.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very important.
Bye, new best friend.
I know.
right.
We're gonna talk later, okay?
All right, everybody. Happy New Year.